I'm saying for people that's not really ready, because I ain't gonna speak on that, but for y'all that's not really ready to go where they gonna take you, whether that be the ground or whether that be penitentiary, like I want y'all to think, because bro, they gonna give y'all more time at the end of the day. Hey, yo,
what is up,
it's
you guys?
your boy, Snaxxx.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Tripp.
And our Snaxxx.
Got you, Tripp.
Got you. Trippin'. Bro, again, Tripp, we gotta work on this intro.
Yeah, no, we need to come up with something better.
Nah, we keeping it. It just kind of cringe. It's alright, but boom, everybody shocked Tripp. For sure, but everybody shocked. You know why they shocked Tripp?
Why?
We got our faces out now.
Yes, sir.
We got the face cam. Y'all can see us now.
We're on YouTube now.
Yeah, so
transitioned over from SoundCloud to YouTube. So
the reason why behind it was we broke.
Yeah, too broke.
I mean, oh man. So we posted 5 episodes. I lied last time. I thought it was 6, but we posted 5 episodes on SoundCloud. And then after we posted our last episode, if you didn't get that one, go back to SoundCloud. Go to SoundCloud. We can't put it on here. Go to SoundCloud this time and go listen to all the other ones, and you'll be understood. But after we posted it, SoundCloud sent us a message, and it was like, "Hey, you have reached your limit for posting."
Basically, we have to pay for a subscription.
Yeah, and the cheapest one was $2.50 a month, and you ready for the most expensive one? Here's up, $6 a month.
Well, we said no, sir. We're not paying any of that.
No, sir. We're gonna go for the free route. We saving bread, man.
Well, we wanted to transition over to YouTube anyways in the future, so we said why not now?
So yeah, it was really like a blessing in disguise. It was like, hey, you going over here anyway, so might as well leave. But Tripp, I wanted to give shout outs in the beginning instead of the end because it just made more sense. I wanted to give a huge shout out to my boy Tripp right here. Y'all gotta run up Tripp. Go follow him. Like I said, the social's gonna be in the description. Instagram, Snap, Twitter, whatever he want, he put in there. Follow him on that, bro, because without Tripp, without Tripp, bro, a lot of this stuff wouldn't be possible. Y'all don't understand. I'm just the hype man, you know what I'm saying? I'm like the hype person, just coming here like with energy and laughing. But Tripp is like the mastermind. Like he got the designs in his head. He got the editing skills. Like that's my man Tripp. So big shout out to him. All right, big shout out to him. Shout out to Jacxboyzzz.
Yes, sir. Shout out to them.
So like they've been holding us down. They've been supporting us. And actually, while I said supporters, shout out to everybody that's been listening, bro.
Yeah.
Because
we actually had on. I mean, as far as SoundCloud, we had people go and listen back to like our first podcast because I know we even got some views up on like our previous ones.
Yeah, it was like I think our first one was 278 before we started it, like before we posted the next video, and then after we posted it, it was like it went to 290.
Yeah.
So that like made us feel a whole lot better too. But again, like we like the views, but we know that the people that's coming constantly and listening to us, then that's gonna be great. Like regardless of how anybody else feel.
Yeah, I mean, I told Snaxxx the other day, like I don't want to focus on the views or anything. I want to focus more like on just being consistent with the content, mostly because at the end of the day, I mean, if only a few people were listening and we're helping those people, then it's worth it for both of us.
Oh yeah, for sure. Again, I always talk about this person here. Like I'll ask him if one day, like if he doesn't mind his name being put out there. But again, old dude hit me up. He supported us, Tripp. Like as soon as we dropped it, I think you know him because I think he's from around your area. But as soon as we dropped it, he said the secret word. He posted on his Snap. He texted me even today, asked me for advice. And he always just supported us. So he's like our huge supporter. So whenever goes in the future. Because I mean, me and Tripp, we've been thinking about a lot of different things, not just like with the podcast, but we was like, bro, we go crazy with it enough, especially now y'all can see our faces. I know y'all see the Dewey. I told y'all waves coming in. I keep it on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we gonna come out with some merch probably. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff right now. But y'all didn't see it because before the camera started rolling, Tripp sat down, right? I can't make this up. Tripp sat down and he did this. He was like,
bro.
I was like, oh.
I didn't even notice until you were pointing it out, or I don't know what you said. Bro, it's my long hair, bro. It gets annoying, so I have to be going like this all the time. Because if not, then it messes up and
whatever you say. Look, wave team, you know what I'm saying? Tripp got the long curly waves. I got the lay down flat. We may do a wave check one day. I don't know. I ain't gonna cap to y'all. But let's get into the topic. We held y'all long enough. Tripp, you would like to introduce the topic yourself?
Yes, sir. We got overcoming obstacles today. And now, as far as this one, if you haven't listened to our previous podcast back when we were in Missouri, we this podcast in general, we want to make it about literally from being something serious like this topic to something funny like, I don't know, Snaxxx. What's a funny topic?
The fun topic. Wow, whoa. Funny topic we have done has been college life.
Oh yeah,
that was our funny one. But all of our podcasts, regardless if it's serious or not, we have some jokes in there. Obviously, we take stuff serious when it's meant to be serious, but we also like to spread the positivity and have the jokes with it. Because I'll put it like this. You know how everybody and with your family. So me and Tripp. Let's take me and Tripp for example. I can say jokes to Tripp, and it's funny. But if anybody else tried to say the certain jokes I say to Tripp, then I'll be like, hey, don't tell Tripp like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's kind of with anybody in their family. Like you could talk about your sister or your brother, but if somebody else said the thing that you said to your sister or brother, you all right, we got to fight now.
Yeah, it's because you don't have that same type of relationship with them. You don't know them like that.
Yeah. So we make jokes about certain things that we're okay with.
Yeah. So we want to make it if someone comes up to us and asks us what our podcast is about, we probably literally tell them whatever you want it to be about, because we want to make it. honestly, Tripp. Person says we can
go ahead.
Literally make it about whatever we want. So it's just about honestly combining mine and Snaxx's personalities together, and whatever comes out from there is what we're going to put on the show.
For sure. And I got that question a lot. A lot of people every time I say something about a podcast, they say, "Well, what is your topic? What do y'all talk about?" I say everything.
That's literally what, and what everyone says. It's well, what's it about? Well, what do you want it to be about?
You want to talk about the drugs in Mexico?
Yeah.
Tripp the plug. He know everything. if you want to go ahead and talk about what I'm saying, how to get waves like Snaxxx, I'm the man. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, overcoming obstacles. Tripp, if you don't mind, I would like to start this one off first, because this is a topic I've been wanting to talk about for a minute. So, overcoming obstacles, right? We all have overcome obstacles in our lifetime, here, there, and everywhere. Now, people want to put labels or rank your obstacles, it's like a sorrow party. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's kind of somebody would be well, I failed this test. And then it's oh, really? Well, I failed the class. They was oh, you failed the class? I failed the grade. And they're trying to outrank themselves, who had it worse. And they're my obstacle was bigger than yours, and usually you don't have the right to complain. And that's not the case at all. Really, with any obstacle that you deal with, that's your obstacle to overcome. Something that I think is easy is hard for you. Certain people can't do what I do. They have told me they can't do a podcast. They can't go out in front of people and talk like I can. So that's not an obstacle for me.
Yeah, that's definitely something you're good at.
Yeah, they say, Snaxxx, go talk to 1,000 people. Say less. What's the topic?
Yeah.
But you said somebody else, that's an obstacle. Dang, I got to talk to 1,000 people.
Yeah.
But so my biggest obstacle that I guess I'll build up to it. I have two obstacles really. Well, I have a couple of them, but the two main ones I'll focus on is me being black, African American, and that's like a huge obstacle that I still to this day haven't overcame it yet, and that's kind of hard to overcome. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like my first obstacle I overcame was me being critical of myself. So I was so insecure, Tripp. Like it don't seem like that, and people may be like, "What? You were insecure?" Yes, bro. I was so insecure about my body. I was insecure about the way I talked. I was insecure about my teeth. I was insecure about the way I walked. I was not loving myself. I did not love who I was, and that was one of the toughest battles I have ever fought, because I just didn't love myself. I didn't. Like, if somebody was to tell me anything, like, it could be the so dumb joke ever. Like,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say I heard the dumbest joke ever, but it hurt me. I was like, they said you were left in the oven for too long. I was like, I can't fit in the oven.
Yeah.
But it hurt me.
What I was saying, I mean, that all comes down to, like, I guess the society we live in, because the society we live in, bro, like, everyone is always pointing out this, pointing out that about people, and that in the end it leads to insecurities. So if someone's pointing out, like, I mean, your weight or anything like that back then when you were having trouble with it, then of course it's going to bother you, and it's eventually going to get to you. But if they never would have said that, it wouldn't have been an insecurity. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. I see what you're saying now. Because back then I was just like insecure about everything.
Yeah.
And with this, bro, like, I'm gonna cut myself off and let y'all know, like, that we're not just talking about obstacles and keeping it pushing. These are obstacles that I have. This is what I'm gonna tell you is how to overcome your obstacles. Also, me and Tripp.
Yeah.
So, because I know there's a couple people out there. I'm pretty sure there's more than a handful of people that have insecurity problems. I mean, even in my old family, I have people that's insecure about themselves. And it's like they just feel like they not that person. They don't feel like they're at their peak. And I don't believe I'm at my peak, but I don't talk down on myself ever. I mean, people have called me egotistic. They have called me arrogant. They have said I'm too self-confident. I am not all possible. But how I overcame me being insecure was, one, I said F what everybody else thinks.
Bro,
that was my first.
That's
thing.
honestly like the answer, bro, to being like insecurities, because at the end of the day, bro, they don't exist if people aren't judging each other.
So my first thing ever was F what everybody else thinks. It all that matter about me. My second main thing that I did positive affirmations. I looked at myself. I was like, bro. Back then I didn't have Snaxxx. I was like, Richard. You know, I was like, Richard, bro, you're good, bro. Richard, you're not fat. Richard, you know, you got muscles. Richard, you're smart. Richard, you're amazing. Richard, you're beautiful. Richard, you're handsome. Richard, you have a nice smile. Richard, you got nice clothing. You can dress. Like, I gave myself that confidence. I boosted myself up until I actually started believing in it. Right? Because at first I was just saying it, and it was just words to me. I was like, man, I'm just trying to say this shit don't work. But then I started believing in myself, truly believing in myself. And then I was like, you right, bro. You right, man. I'm right. I look good, bro.
Yeah.
These
bro,
boys,
even back in Missouri when it was like all of us together, and I think we were in mine and Stud's room, and we were like all we were like on that app.
Monkey.
Yes,
Yes,
it's
sir.
like Omegle, right? That's what that's the other one. Omega or
yeah,
Omegle?
that's like the old, the old
like
school. Hey, let us know how y'all say Omega or Omega.
Yeah.
So
It's like if you don't know, it's like that random, like they match you with somebody random on like basically a FaceTime, and we were asking all these people to rate our whole group. It was like 10 of us, and
yeah, and we had like a random girl too, and the girl was the one.
And like everyone, Snaxxx he was like, I don't care what y'all say, I'm the best looking one in here, like right off the bat,
bro. Bro, like I'll let them talk. And like, if they didn't say I was the best looking one, I was like, yeah, y'all cap. Look at me. I gotta be the best looking one. I gotta.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But once I started doing that, like, y'all can see now, bro. Like, I'm looking at myself in this camera like, bro, this man is sexy.
If y'all don't know, add him on Snap. Then you'll know.
For sure. For sure, y'all gonna be in surprise. Hey, if y'all a boy, y'all got a girl, hide them, cause I'm. And let me chill out. Oh man, but this you can see how far I've grown because, bro, I was literally not loving myself, and now you gotta tell me to chill out. Like, chill out, Snaxxx. Like, we know you look good, just chill out. You know what I'm saying? Hide it. So that was my biggest thing, though.
I mean, and it was kind of like for yourself. Sorry to cut you off, but it's kind of like law of I believe like in a law of attraction, where like if you believe it and you can constantly tell yourself it's gonna like prosper for you. And so in a way, that's kind of like what happened for yourself. I mean, it's hard because it's not like, I mean, like a nice smile, you having confidence with that, it's different. But in a way, it's kind of like the same thing.
For sure. And the third thing, I almost forgot. I stopped comparing myself. I used to compare myself to other people to see if I was matching up with them. So like, how I could tell if I was good looking or not, I compared like how many girls I talked to. Like this other dude that I felt like now, or looking back at it, I'm like, bro, I know for a fact I look better than dude. But I compared myself to him and I was like, okay, how many girls are he talking to? Okay, how many of them say he cute? Okay, how many of them saying this? How many of them saying that? You know what I'm saying? So I was like trying to compare myself. So if I got 2 and he got 4, I was like, all right, I gotta just strive a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But now I was like, I don't compare myself to nobody, no man, because I'm myself. I'm not like nobody else. I'm not like Tripp, and Tripp's not like me. And I praise Allah for that. We're not the same. And once you believe that, well, not once you believe it, once you know that, you put that in your head, like, bro, there's nobody like you. Because everybody's watching this, bro. I don't care if you're black, white, blue, green, yellow, purple, okay? I don't care if you're a boy, girl, and whatever you want to classify yourself as. No disrespect. But whatever you want to do with that, bro, understand that you are one of a kind.
Yeah.
Understand that you are unique in your own way. Understand that you are beautiful, that you are smart, that you are this amazing person. You have to understand that. And I can't just be the one to believe it. I can't love you more than you love yourself, because that's what it is. I love people more than they love their own self, and that's not good. No man or no person on this earth should love you more than you love yourself.
Yep, amen, brother. That's a good one. Yeah, bro, that's good. I mean, it's true, bro. And I think a lot of it too has, I mean, depending what you're talking about, I mean, for what you were saying, that's spot on. But I mean, I think a lot of people they don't have the right perspective on whatever their situation is in life, because I think that whatever you're going through, whatever it is, like how bad it may seem, bro, there's always going to be someone who has it worse, like no matter what. And then you get to choose whether you want to think about who people have it worse than you and just be grateful for the situation you're in now, or if you want to think like, dang, it could be better, because in that end of the day, that's the thing that's going to ruin your mentality and like your perspective on it.
For sure. And like I said, I'm gonna save my second one because I don't want to like hog up everything. I want to make it even, so 1-1. So I want you, Tripp, to go ahead and talk about, saying your own obstacle that you overcame, and then if you have no more to say, then I would end mine off with my biggest obstacle.
Well, I mean, I don't really have like a necessarily like a main obstacle. It's just like, I guess, small things here and there.
Like mini hurdles, like mini hurdles. Like
actually, one I just thought of right now that I've been like going through, even like today, that it's been really been like bothering me is like anxiety and stuff like that, and stress. And I think a lot of it has to do is because I'm like what do you call it? Like OCD, where like everything has to be like kind of like.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm not.
It gotta be your. It gotta be your way. Like it's not. Like overdoing it, but it gotta be your.
Yeah, everything has to be like my shoes have to be aligned. But I'm not to where like the point where it's like I'm crazy with it. But like it's weird because it kicks in. Like sometimes I'll be like, okay, whatever, and then sometimes it'll like every little thing will bother me, and then it's weird. And it sounds dumb, bro. But then at the end of the day, like I start stressing about things that. Like, I don't even know what I'm stressing about. And literally, like, this...
So you got bipolar OCD.
Bro, like, I don't know what it is, bro.
I ain't never heard somebody say
so
bipolar
weird.
OCD.
It's so weird. And, I mean, it's not really like I mean, it is an obstacle because at the end of the day, there's people, bro, who I'm lucky enough that like it's not to where like it's not bad enough. But I mean, people have to take like medication because like their stress and anxiety is so bad, like they can't even function or they don't want to. End up getting depressed, bro. And
Yeah.
I think like is it called schizophrenia or schizophrenic? I don't know.
Schizophrenia, man. Don't try to give me these big words. You know what I'm a stutter.
I was actually looking it up, and like that, like being stressed and anxiety is what eventually like leads to being able to like to that point.
To be schizophrenic?
Yes, it's.
Dang.
If I'm not, I mean, here I want to look it up just because I don't want to be dumb on this thing.
Go ahead, my guy.
Yeah.
Fact check this, my guy. Oh, while Tripp is doing that, please, for everybody that's listening, bro, we are not experts in every topic we talk about. We are not experts in none of this, really. But we are putting ourselves out there. We're telling y'all our perspective, and we are trying to give y'all the most facts that we can. But if we get something wrong or you have something more to say and add on, please, let us know in the comments. Hit us up personally if you want. Be like, hey, y'all said this wrong. Most of the time, if it's pronouncing a word, it's my fault. I apologize.
Yeah, so I mean, it has a little bit to do with it, and it's not like the main thing. It's more so like physical and genetics and like environmental factors that factor into it. But it says some people.
Is schizophrenia like when you shake?
It's like when like it's like when like people hear like voices and stuff like that, like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and then it says some people may be prone to schizophrenia, and a stressful or emotional life might have triggered a schizophrenic or psychotic episode.
Okay. All right. Some people call you psychotic. Schizophrenic. That's tough.
But yeah, I mean, like.
So all psychopaths schizophrenic?
No.
Oh, is that like what's it like? It was like it's something with math. And it was like every like square is in like a rhombus, or a rhombus is it's something like, you know what I'm talking about. Somebody know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're
it's
talking
like
about.
they were like every like this is like every rectangle is a square, but not every square is a rectangle, I think. Something like that, bro. And it's like every triangle is a trapezoid, but not every trapezoid. I don't care.
Yeah,
they don't. Somebody know what I'm talking
about.
One,
bro, because I don't think anybody knows.
Somebody know what I'm talking about.
Knows what you're talking about.
Somebody, they know what I'm talking about, bro. Don't try to play me. I know. I paid before I went to sleep in that class. I know. I paid some attention somewhere on my notability that they said whoopie whoop, but it don't matter. Was that the?
I mean,
only
it wasn't. I don't have too much. I'd probably want to get more into yours because I know yours is a lot more serious than probably any of my obstacles.
But nah, like that's what I said at first, my guy. I'm like, obstacles are still gonna be hard, regardless if it's like serious. Like it could be serious to you, my guy. Like that, like that's schizophrenia, or you probably being schizophrenic. Like that's right.
I mean, I'm not okay. Before that, let's set some bases here. I'm not schizophrenic, or I'm not close to it. I'm just saying, it's like it's got. I'm pretty sure like it's gotten to the cases where I'm sure people have gotten to that level. And like, because of stress and stuff like that.
So let's not stress out Tripp, bro. We don't want him to be schizophrenic. Because if we're on this podcast and Tripp talking about he hearing voices, I'm out.
Yeah, podcast is over.
I'm that dude that I'm disappearing. Man, hey, if we learn how to do that, I'm pretty sure we don't know how to do it now, but
or you do it.
Disappear. Oh man, but like I said, my second one, which I think I feel like is I haven't overcame it yet because I haven't made the impact I wanted to. So me being African American, right? That's something that's an obstacle that unless you're African American, you will never deal with it. You will never have to deal with that obstacle or nowhere close to it. Well, I would say like with you, I feel like you're like. Okay, are you Hispanic, Mexican? Like those same? Like I'm not
yeah. Honestly, I've talked to people about this, and I really don't. I think Mexican is when you were born in Mexico, and I think Hispanic is when like you weren't born.
You were born here,
Yeah,
but you're
I think.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that.
Either way, so like with that, I know you, probably not you directly, but I know like your heritage probably have dealt with very vulgar comments. I know, I don't know if it offends, but I have seen people like I knew got offended by calling you a wetback or calling you just an immigrant, saying all you do is cut yards, or very I think term derogatory.
Yeah, but even for me, like it doesn't hit home as much because I mean, for one, I'm half white as well. Not to say that has to do anything, but like I'm not full Hispanic, and like my mom was born here and stuff like that, and but it probably more so it probably hurts a lot more the people who they probably migrated here and their parents were born in Mexico, and they probably had to deal with stuff like that.
For sure. So I understand like every race has like their term that's kind of degrading, but me personally, the thing that I have to deal with for being black is especially in this day and age. But I'll get to that later on. So the personal experience I had to deal with, I had to deal with it twice in a corner store. I walked in. Seriously, I walked into the corner store but the thing is, what made it weird that I always done this. Like I've always walked to this corner store, but it was weird. Maybe I didn't realize it at first, but I walked in, and immediately I can feel energy because I'm a big energy guy. I felt all the energy in that store go like downhill. Like as soon as I walked in, and I was like, okay. And then I looked to my left where the dude is. I'm waving like, hey, hi, I'm Paul. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to bring the joy. And he's looking at me like mean muggy, like, okay. I was like, all right, you got a bad day. I'm gonna let you be. You got it. But as I looked over there, there's all the cameras, like literally like 3 of them. I didn't even know they had 3 cameras in this store, but I saw 3 cameras with my face on it, and I was like, okay. I let that blow by. I was like, all right, y'all got it. Well, then these 2 dudes in the back there, and that person, his buddy came out, and again, I'm not thinking of it. But I am aware of my surroundings, and he's following me basically. Like if I'm on one aisle, he's on the next aisle, and he's following me. So every time I turn, he's turning. Every time I duck, he duck. I'm like, okay, bro. And that happened twice. And I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna steal nothing. Like I'm not. Like I got money, bro. Like I'm not gonna. I ain't got enough money to pay for that SoundCloud subscription, but I got money to. You know what I'm saying, to go give me my barbecue chips and my Gatorade. I got enough money for that, bro. I also got racially discriminated, and or racially profiled. I don't know the exact term for it, but in my high school, dude came in, didn't even try to look nowhere else. I had my back turned. I didn't even know who came in. I was doing a science project. I was in aquatic science, and he came in, and he put his paper down, and he's looking at me. He's like, "What's your name?" And now, Tripp, bro, I'm serious. Like I've met this. I've had conversation with this cop, so I can understand like he doesn't know my name because I never really just said, "Hey, I'm Richard. Hey, I'm Snaxxx." Like I never said that. But we have had conversations where it's like, okay, we're joking around. We talked about, I think, sports a couple of times. So it was like I thought it was a mutual type of relationship. Like, I say hi. Well, he came in, bro. He was like, "What's your name?" And I'm like, he asked me what my last name was, and I said Broadnax. And then he asked me what my first name was, and I said Richard. And he looked at his paper, looked up, and he was like, he shook his head like in disappointment, and he went out the classroom. And at the moment, it didn't click on me. It wasn't until like my ex-girlfriend, and this at the time she was my ex-girlfriend. This is how I knew it had to be serious because we broken up. And you know how females are, like once you broke up with them, like it's dead, like all feelings are lost, I guess. Well, she was upset. She was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Why wouldn't I be okay? Like, what happened?" She was like, "You just been racially profiled." And I'm like, "What?" Because I didn't know, like it didn't click in my head because I was so positive and I didn't think nothing about it or anything of it. But the dude he was looking for, his first letter of his first and last name Neither of them started with my letters. It didn't start with a B nor R. He looked nothing like me. Like, he had a picture of the dude. He looked nothing like me. But yet he still continued to ask me questions. And I'm like, oh, that's messed up, right? And it's like, I was like, dang, that's tough. But, you know, I'm still trying to keep this positive outlook on life. And now, like, we come to nowadays, like, if I don't answer the phone, like, Tripp, like, I say this and I mean this, like, I guess, like, in the most serious I can be. Tripp, bro, like, if I don't answer the phone, my mom and my sisters think I'm dead. Like, if I'm out and I don't answer the phone, they think I'm dead, bro. And that's messed up, bro. Like, my mom is a strong woman. But to see your mom cry, bro, when you know she's strong because she think her son is dead, is like, bro, like, you have, like, your sister, she mad at me, yelling at me, hitting me. Like, why you didn't answer your phone? But she's not mad at me, bro, but she's like, bro, I thought you were dead. I thought another cop took my brother's life. And that is something that I'm like, dang. You know, and no matter how positive I am, no matter how much I know, like, all these, I wouldn't say all of them, I'm not going to do that. But I do know there are certain cops, and there are certain people, not even just cops, there are certain people out there, even black people, bro. Like, let's not act like, you know, African American black people have you want to say whatever we want to use. We're not gonna act like we not bringing down our own people at times, bro. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna keep it a band. Like, we bring down our own people. We don't build each other up. Like, bro, there are Hispanics, bro, and Mexicans that stick with each other through thick and thin. They help each other. We got Asians over here, bro. I've seen it before. We got Asians over there sticking with each other. We got white people for sure trying to keep their money in they community, sticking with each other, bro. But we out here, like, not really sticking with each other like that. Like, we don't want to see each other come up. And that's really messed up. So it's like, I'm not even going to sit here and say they want to see us down, but it's like, it's tough when a person looks at you, bro, and all they see is a color. Like, Tripp, how I'm looking right now, bro, like, this is how I dress. I like it. I got the sweats on. I got the hoodie, the Dewey. But, bro, gets me killed, bro. If I go outside right now and the wrong cop see me, like, I'm dead, bro. This beige shirt gonna be red. Yeah. Like, that's tough. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you can't, that's an obstacle, bro, that it's like, I didn't sign up for it, bro. Like, obviously me playing football, me getting me darker didn't help. But I mean, I didn't sign up to be black. I didn't say, hey, what race you want to be? Black. Check. Like, nah, bro. I was born and I was black. I was the darkest man alive. Midnight. Close your eyes, you turn off the light, you can't see me. Simple. But like that there is an obstacle that I say, the reason why I say I haven't overcame it is because I haven't left my market. Because I want to be able to, I want to change the world, Tripp. I want to be able for you, like, you looked at me, bro, and you didn't see a color. You saw a man. You saw me. You saw a Snaxxx. Right. You had a conversation with me. You got to know me more. My people that are really rocking me, Jacxboyzzz, like I said, my own family, even some people that go to see me, even the administrators there, they didn't just see a color. They didn't just see a black man wearing a hoodie. They didn't just see a black kid wearing a do-rag and he's an athlete playing football and he's good at it. They didn't see that. They saw me. And I was able to introduce myself and move accordingly and show y'all that I'm not just a color. And that's my biggest thing. It's like my motivation. Every once in a while, I'm like, I refuse to die, bro. And I understand it's not, if it's my time, it's my time. But it's like, I refuse to die without leaving my mark and without changing the world, bro, because I'm not about to be another statistic. I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna sit here and get arrested and let y'all do that to me, bro. I'm not gonna allow it. But it is messed up, though, Tripp. Like, that's the obstacle right there that I understand. Like, you can never, begin to fathom because you're not black. But that's something that we go through, at least I go through personally, that I have seen my mom cry. I have seen my sister be upset. I have seen that, bro. Like, if I don't answer the phone, that they think I'm dead, G. Like that hit different. That hit home. And it's like, I know other people feel like that, bro. Like, sure, there's no way, like, you can go outside with a hoodie and you be chilling. You good. Yeah. I go outside with a hoodie, bro. I'm a threat. If I'm doing well for myself, I'm driving a nice car, I stole it. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like back when I had my Mercedes-Benz convertible, like, I don't brag about the shit. It's because it's materialistic. Back when I had that, I was getting ugly looks from, you know what I'm saying, the white boys in my school. Like they thought I stole the junk.
Yeah, they probably thought
like,
you stole
like,
it or was used as some drug money or something.
Yeah, bro. Like they didn't understand that I worked for my stuff. Like I did what I had to do to get mine, and like I live in a good neighborhood, so they like. I don't be understanding it, bro. So, but that's a lot of negativity I just put out there. My positive output for it, bro, is for my African Americans. Really, I'm not gonna just stick it y'all. For everybody that that deals with discrimination, anybody out there that deals with discrimination, bro, I want y'all to understand that y'all are more than what they say you are. You are more than just a color. You are more than just a statistic. You are more than that, bro. You have to believe that in yourself. You have to. I understand it's gonna be tough, bro. Understand that. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it. It's gonna be hard. Like, yeah, African Americans, bro, it's gonna be tough out here. You may come into run with a racist cop, and you gotta think, and you just gotta move accordingly and say you gotta come home. You gotta make it back home to the family. For everybody else, you know what I'm saying? For my Hispanics out there, that people think that you just slaving out there, bro, you know what I'm saying? Excuse my term, cause I feel like that gonna hurt some people. But they, you know what I'm saying? They feel like you just work for nothing and that y'all just cut yard, bro. Prove them wrong. Become your businessman. Become the owner of a shop. I mean, hey, you want to stick to your roots and you want to, and if your grandpa and your pop was a gardener or whatever the case may be, or they were, you know, selling, I don't know, certain Mexican snacks. But I know I see the people out there pushing their carts and selling I know that Mexican snacks though. If that's what they do, and then you want to stick with that, you know, carry on tradition, then own like a company for it, bro. Like be the CEO of that company, own your own business, and distribute it. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like be bigger than what they say y'all are, because as soon as you allow your emotions and allow that anger to dictate what you do, they got you. Like I live by this quote: once they figure out what ticks you off, they won. Once somebody finds out what makes you mad, Tripp, you gave them power. If I know me calling you a wetback got you mad, and I like seeing people mad, every time I see you, I'm calling you a wetback, bro. Every time.
It's just
kind of know
it's the negativity, bro. That's in this world today. And
but
go.
I was just gonna say, bro, at the end of the day, whenever somebody do come at you, and I understand it's gonna be hard, cause bro, best believe, it took me a goddamn, you thirsty? Man. But best believe, like I had to calm myself down, bro. I had to get down and prostrate myself in front of Allah and pray to Him. You know what I'm saying? That I don't retaliate in a bad manner. I had to understand that, bro, because it's like man has came at me with aggressive words that made me want to go fight you, bro. Made me want to go just stick a man in his mouth.
That's a really good point, because look, what you said, everything is something that I'll probably never experience or never go through. And so for me and you to be on this podcast, and for you to be a black man, for me to be white, it's like I'm grateful for it, because I'm able to, like right now, I learned so much from just what you said that I probably never would have found out, or never would have truly have known how it felt for you guys. And so for that, I'm just grateful to be able to have had a conversation like that with you. And like you said, for everyone who is being discriminated or whatever it may be, you have to act in love, bro, because at the end of the day, I mean, two wrongs don't make it right, bro. And
all love.
If someone comes at you the wrong way and you go back at the wrong way, it's gonna lead to more problems. Like, no ifs, ands, buts about it, bro. It's gonna lead to higher escalation and more problems. And
we understand. It's been. I know you're gonna cut you off, but we have seen. I'm speaking towards the black community and for sure in general. Like we have seen the weighing scales of what a white person does, bro. I mean, I'm not just gonna pit it like that, but you seen what a white person do and what a black person do. They do the same crime, but the black person get more time. So y'all gotta understand the same. Even if you feel like it's right and you accept the consequence. Like if you accept it, bro, I can't do nothing about it. You're a grown man. You're a grown that man, grown that woman. Do what y'all gotta do if y'all accept the consequence. But I'm saying for the people that's not really ready, because I ain't gonna speak on that. But for y'all that's not really ready to go where they gonna take you, whether that be the ground or whether that be penitentiary, like I want y'all to think, because bro, they gonna give y'all more time at the end of the day. Like regardless of you was in the right, my guy, like you can hope that you get the fairness and it's equal the whole way down the middle, but it's tough to say that 8 times. I'm gonna be lenient and say 8 times, maybe 7 times out of 10 is not like that. You gonna get the worst sentence. You gonna get more time, and then you gonna be like, man, I just threw it in my life for some other person that's living it. That's what my thing. I'm not gonna throw away my life for no man, nobody. Y'all got it. Y'all want to call me? I ain't gonna say the word, but y'all want to call me that? Y'all got it, big dog. I'm gonna show you.
Only that, yeah. But let's say, like I said, or like you said, if they come at you and you retaliate with, like in a bad way, then all that's gonna do in the end is gonna prove that they were right about you. And then they're gonna say, "You see, I told you so." Throw them in jail, throw them in prison. And then that's how you get like statistics and stuff like that, where people were in jail, blah blah blah, this that, and there's no way out by then.
Yeah, they keep you in that jail for sure. They try to keep you in there, but it's like, bro, I'm just gonna be like, look, y'all talking mess on me now, my God, y'all gonna be working for me, G. Y'all gonna be saying, dang, Snaxxx, I get a job. I mean, dang, I don't need no racist man in my business. So no, you cannot.
That's the attitude you have to have, bro. You gotta place your goals, bro,
real high, and you gotta reach for them, bro.
Yes, sir. So again, though, I'm not gonna end it off on no negative stuff, bro. Love yourself, my guy, because I'm telling y'all now, I speak for myself. But I know if I wanted to, I could speak for Tripp too. We love y'all. We love y'all from the bottom of our hearts, whether y'all believe it or not. If we didn't love y'all, if we didn't love what we did, then
bro,
y'all could
hit us up. I mean, that's like the whole reason we put our socials in there, because I mean, I know every podcast we do, we're not gonna cover everyone's feelings, everyone's personal, like the way they're feeling. So if we didn't cover it, or you feel like you need to talk to someone, bro, hit us up. We're here.
Yeah, well, hit up Tripp, because I put my socials in there for like the followers. Like, I get my clout up. I need more followers on Twitter, and I need all of it. I need that ratio to be like 500 to like 1. I need the nah. Okay, like that. But nah, for sure though. Yeah. I still need those followers though. For real.
Yeah, and you did most of the talking on this podcast, but like I said, bro, I mean, I was honestly just trying to listen to where you're coming from and trying to learn from you. So I appreciate that, bro.
I feel it, my guy. Nah, for sure, my guy, for sure. Dang it, Tripp, we done messed. We done forgot. We waited to the end again. Well, if y'all made it this far, Tripp, I picked the last one, so you got to pick this one.
I'm looking around my room. Gold.
All right, gold. Oh, you see? Oh, you dude. It's not a gold dude. I know.
All right. So if you don't know how it works,
but yeah,
we try to do something unique, and every podcast we're gonna have like what we call a secret word. Yeah, secret word.
That's like in and out secret.
So then you just hit us up. Hit us up with the word, just knowing that y'all are supporting us.
Yes, sir. All love for it. Again, I repeat it because I need y'all to understand it and believe it and put it in your heart and soul. We love y'all, bro. We don't want to see nothing bad happen to none of y'all. I understand I'm African American. I understand that he's white and have Mexican. We understand that.
A white skin.
We feel like sometimes we'll be. Yeah. We understand that, like, sometimes people may feel like I'm speaking only to the black community, he's only speaking to the white, or only speaking to the West. We're speaking to everybody, bro. We love all of y'all. We don't want to see no harm come to none of y'all, bro. If we had the power in our hands, bro, snap our fingers, we want peace and love in this world. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to love each other. I want somebody to be like, man, I love you, brother, or I respect your opinion. You know what I'm saying? I understand we're not going to agree with everything, but I at least want somebody to respect me and my opinion so that we can move accordingly, bro. So we can be like, all right, I understand. I see where you're coming from. All right, cool. So, love each other. Be peaceful, my guy. At the end of the day, I know the world crazy right now, but be peaceful, man. Be peaceful with one another, bro. Be in peace with yourself. Love yourself before you love, or try to love anybody else before you try to be in with anybody else. Love yourself, my guy. Know that you are worth more than you think you worth, bro. You ask me what I'm worth, man, give me 5 worlds. Give me everything on this world 5 times.
Plus more.
And you may cover halfway. Yeah, you may be halfway where I'm worth, my guy. I deserve so much. I know I do, and I'm gonna get it. Tripp,
bro, I'm telling you, this is the attitude you gotta have, bro. Because if not, bro, you're gonna get stomped on, and like at the end, bro.
Yeah, I mean, look, Tripp deserve a lot, bro. I ain't gonna cap to you. What he about to do with this, like what he about to do with this podcast, it's about to be crazy, man. Look, I'll be honest. I'm gonna keep it a band with y'all all the time. Tripp don't want the praise because he's gonna be humble. I'm gonna give it to him, bro. Literally last night, bro, it was 2 a.m. Tripp is over here trying to figure out how to put our names on our little profile pic, and he's trying everything. The computer makes him messing up. He deleted this and it deleted that by itself. Like, Tripp is out here working, bro. I mean, he's combining everything. He's the one that's posting it. He's writing descriptions. Like, Tripp is doing his thing, bro. Like, if it's not for Tripp, there will be no podcast. I'll keep it a band. It'll just be me talking. Me and him talking, bro. It won't be out there.
Gotta give y'all the content, bro.
I need y'all real life.
Gotta give some good content,
real
bro.
life, give Tripp all that praise.
And that's part of why that's part of why I wanted to switch it to YouTube too, because the way we're doing it right now is, I think we're gonna have better audio. So it won't be all muffled.
And then you can see the pretty faces.
I was telling.
Hey, Tripp's taking. I had to let the ladies know Tripp taking. So, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Was that your 3-pointer right there?
Hey, bro, I done beat a couple dudes in the 3-point contest. Y'all think y'all got it? Hey, don't let the muscle fool you. You know what I'm saying?
But I was telling Snaxxx, was it last night? Like, at this point, I don't even know if it's really like a podcast anymore. But we're starting to call it a podcast.
Yes, so we're gonna call this a podcast episode number
6. I was gonna say 7, but yeah, it's 6.
6. Again, I think that's
it's pretty much.
I hope y'all understand me.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say much on this because your obstacles and your points of view are way more important than anything I ever could have said. Yeah, and still, I wanted to say, we're not experts, like he said, we're not experts or professionals on any of the topics we're gonna do. But
none of this.
So anything we say or do is wrong, like, we're learning to,
let us know. Yeah, and don't try to be like, I'm gonna spare y'all feeling. Nah, bro, call me out. Snaxxx, you are illiterate. You need to learn these words. This is what this means. Learn it now. I'm gonna be like, I got you, B. And if I don't want to learn it, I'm gonna tell you, I'm good. Oh, you gonna keep it a band with me? I'm gonna keep it a band with you. Simple.
Keep it straight up.
Straight up. But like I said, my guy, Tripp, we gotta learn an outro. So, all right, this is on the spot. So I'm gonna say, all right, this was Snaxxx, and then you gonna say, and this is Tripp, and then our snack. Oh, and we're gonna say, hopefully, our Snaxxx had your Tripp. I think that's gonna be cool.
Oh wait, are we done?
Right.
Is that it? Got everything?
Yep. Gold is the secret word. Appreciate y'all for
I feel like I'm missing something.
Yeah. Damn, it's probably a long at YouTube. They're gonna be like an hour.
Wait, what's our time right now?
48.
Yeah. Let's just call it right there. Thank you guys for watching.
So
make sure you subscribe, like, share,
Like, comment, subscribe. Wait, dang it. See, this is what I meant. I need to like, comment, subscribe, share
everything, bro.
Send it to your aunties, your grannies. I want everybody. I want 1,000 views. 1,000.
Dude, if we hit 1,000 views,
we get 1,000. I'm going crazy.
All right, hopefully this pops off.
If we get 1,000 views, if we get 1,000 views, I'll let y'all know this now. Any one of our podcasts, if you get us to 1,000 views, I'll do a backflip. And Tripp knows I can't do no goddamn backflip.
Wait, I was about to say I'll do it too, but then I thought of me trying to do a backflip, and I don't think it's gonna work out.
It's not, but if y'all want to see me try,
1,000 views, and
right.
I don't want to be too ambitious here. How many likes?
Man, I'm being ambitious. 1,000 views, 100 likes. That means I think that's for every 10 views. That's a like. Yeah, I think that's how I did math. If I did it, sorry that I failed. I didn't fail, but I.
Okay, I think so. I'm not.
Tripp.
Okay, all right.
God dang it.
I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, everything. You know what to do. Oh, post notifications on too. All right.
Yeah, cool. Tripp got it. He posted notification. All right, and it was your boy Snaxxx.
It was your boy Tripp.
And
Snaxxx.
Hopefully our Snaxxx had
we messed
you
up.
tripping. See,
well, we'll have it down next podcast.
I'm leaving. Whatever Tripp got to say now, y'all just be talking to Tripp. So I'm outie.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Dreaming of the day that we can meet again. I always think about the times we had when we were kids. We had a strong bond, so strong it couldn't bend. I'm feeling so left out. Dreaming of a day that we can meet